Hey guys, solo pod today. A little fired up, as you'll hear very, very soon. I'm just getting tired, man. I'm getting tired of people telling me they want to do certain things and they don't take action on it. So I hope if you're out there, this is a little bit of a wake up call for you. And I hope it inspires, as I said, 5% of you, 1% of you, if 5 of you hear this and take some more action than you're taking, then I think I did my job. So hope you enjoyed the episode. This is the last week that you can register for our in-person event. Our first live Rehab Mastermind event is going to be September 10th and 11th. We're also having a welcome dinner on the 9th, the inaugural welcome dinner for that event. We have a few guest passes remaining as of this recording, so please let me know. We're going to cut it off very soon. We've got to let the venue know. We've got to let the hotel know. We've got to let everyone know who's coming so that we can plan appropriately and set up what will be, I can guarantee you, a world-class event. Don't forget, flight back guarantee. If you do come to the event and don't get any value out of it, I will have my checkbook there ready, and I will be able to write you back a check to pay for your flight in full home. So you literally can't lose. So Marketing and Sales Masterclass, September 10th and 11th here in New Jersey. The deadline is very soon. I have this recording. And so if you're interested, please let us know. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the business school for the Rehab Chiropractor. Class is officially in session. My name is Justin Rabinowitz, and I am a rehab chiropractor on a mission to teach you, a fellow rehab chiropractor, the exact tools and systems I've used to build my own successful rehab chiropractic practice so you can do the same. I hope you enjoy, and please subscribe. I want to give credit to the man who said this quote, Seth Godin. People like us do things like this. But as I thought about it more, the thing that keeps coming up in my head is, who are the people like us? Because as I've gotten further and further into this Rehab Chiro Mastermind program and teaching business skills to rehab chiros, the question that keeps coming back to me is, who do you want to be? I have so many people out there that send me DMs and send me emails and come on courses and inquire about taking courses. And they tell me they want certain things. They tell me they want to make more money, that they want to grow a business, that they want to hire people and build a team, and they don't want to eat their young, and they want to mentor, and they want to grow. They want to build this internship program, and they want to treat people right. They want to do all of these things. But then they don't take any action. In fact, most of the time they do the exact opposite. And the question for me always comes down to, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? It's very easy to get the doctor label after your name and be that guy or girl. But what does that actually mean? You have the degree, that's amazing. But guess what? Your life has just started. Your career has just started. Your business, most of the time, is nothing. But before we start saying all these goals we have, I want to make money, I want to be rich, I want to do all that, who do you want to be? Man, I talk to so many people about they want to grow their business, they want to invest in their business, they're a lifelong learner, and then they won't spend any money to learn anything. Who do you want to be? I talk to people all the time that they want to grow a business and they tell me they're going to have a great business and they're going to be a rich business owner and they're going to provide this great service, and then they have to go and spend money on something BS that isn't their business. So you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person. I don't care what you tell me. And this is actually a hiring tip. Whenever you're hiring, write this down. If you're going to hire someone, I do not care what you tell me you're going to do. I want to know what you've already done. Another one, I don't care what you tell me. I want to see what's on your calendar and what you spend money on. That's how you vote. You vote with your calendar and with your pocketbook. And so who do you want to be? Do you want to be the guy that goes out to dinner 3-4 nights a week, that spends money in frivolous places, that takes their wife out to nice places, that spends money to to have a wedding, to do all these crazy things? Or do you want to be a business owner? Because I can guarantee you, if you spend money on the right things, in your business, all the rest of it will be a lot cheaper later when you have a lot of money. But for some of you guys out there that tell me you want this, that, and the other, and you don't put the work in, you don't invest your time, you don't spend the money to do it, you're not going to be that person. I'm sorry. It ain't going to happen. If you want to be great at something, you've got to invest the time and money. I don't even care if it's with me, but it better be with somebody. Because if you want to be that business owner and you want to grow and you want to provide for your family, you want to make people proud, it ain't going to happen with you at the bar on Friday nights. And no, you can't have both. You absolutely cannot have both. I mean, you spit in the face of every sort of business owner out there when it's like, oh, I want work-life balance. No, there is no work-life balance when you start a business. When you make 30 grand a month in revenue, then we can call some work-life balance. Before that, if you're doing anything but building your business, spending all of your income on learning business skills, and you're absolutely 100,000% wrong. And do not tell me that I just spent 4 years in chiropractic school. Nobody cares. That was just your ticket to start. The doctor degree, out the window. You now have a more important title, entrepreneur. So for you guys out there that keep thinking that you're going to be something and somebody and won't put the time, effort, energy into it, won't take a risk on yourself, won't bet on yourself, you have something coming for you. And it's going to be a life of misery and mediocrity. I mean, I get people all the time that want to grow their business. They say things about, our program and how great it is, and they won't invest in it. But at the same time, they'll go invest in buying a house that they can't afford or a car that no one cares about, that they don't even like to drive. They won't invest in a program, but then they'll go into credit card debt. So they're going to go invest in Discovery Card and Visa and MasterCard because they're going to pay those stock shareholders a dividend, but they're not going to pay themselves a dividend. Where are you spending your time and money? Where are you spending your time and money? Is it on Netflix? Don't tell me for a second you're investing in your retirement before you invest in yourself. The ROI on owning a business and investing in business skills, that will pay for your retirement. I'm not saying don't spend money to retire. I'm not saying that. But you can't tell me that you're going to go invest in JP Morgan Chase and Coca-Cola and Hewlett Packard and Tesla hundreds of dollars a month, and then we're not going to see you. I know one guy, he works as an associate, and month on month, he puts money in the stock market. And then he doesn't have money to open a business. Well, what are you doing? You're going to stay as an associate making 50 grand a year. And the money that you have eventually is going to dry up. Well, guess how you can invest more into the stock market if you make more money? How are you going to make more money? By opening a business that produces income. How are you going to open a business that produces income? By learning business skills. But you don't have the confidence to do it. Well, guess what? How do you gain the confidence? Working really hard and learning skills. And the more skills you get, the more confidence you get. I'll do you one better. How do you gain confidence? You get around people that have done it before. They look like you, they smell like you, they talk like you, they believe in the things that you do. You see that they can do it and you can do it too. But if you just stay in your scared bubble and don't do anything about it, you ain't going to get anything out of it. If you notice my tone now, it's frustrated because it's hard for me to watch. I get emails. Your program is great, but I just can't find the money for it. Well, if you can't find the money now, you're never going to find the money because you don't have the money because you need to spend the money. You don't have the money because you don't have the business skills. Well, how are you going to get the money? By getting the business skills. How are you going to get the business skills? By investing in yourself. You just spent $250,000 to get a degree in chiropractic and you come out and can't run a business. And so you're never going to make your money back. If you're making $3 grand a month in your practice, $4 grand a month, $5 grand a month, you got to do something different. You got to do something different because it ain't going to get better. You're going to be broke and miserable the rest of your career. It'll be marginally better over the time just because you lasted long enough, but it ain't going to be great. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? You want to be 45 years old and regret the fact that you went to chiro school, not because chiro school is bad, because you're bad, because you never invested in yourself? Imagine if you took another 250 and invested in business skills. What the heck would your business look like? When you started chiro school, how did you treat a patient? Horrendously. Why? because he never did it before. But guess what? You invested a lot of time, effort, energy, and money to pass a lot of tests. You worked harder than you ever had before. And all of a sudden, you look up 4 years later, and guess what? You're competent. And then most of you guys out there that are listening, that are rehab chiros, on top of that, you spent money, time, effort, and energy to invest in yourself to learn other clinical skills to help your patients even more. What about helping yourself? What about helping yourself so that you can help more patients? What about helping yourself so your business is big enough that you can go and employ new grad DCs and so that they don't have to go take a shit job at all these terrible chiropractic practices for no money? I talked to a guy a couple weeks ago. He's in school. He's like, I got offered a job. Tell me about the job. Well, the boss said I have to start my own LLC. I said, brother, that ain't a job. That's an independent contractor, AKA you're opening your own business. They just happen to have an office for you to practice in. And if you're lucky, they might give you some overflow. Why is that out there? Because every chiropractor is too broke to hire someone. And so if you're in school right now, you can thank the people that came before you for not running a good enough business to be able to offer you a stable job. And if you think the ones in school that it's going to be any different, if you don't change, it ain't going to be any different. Because I see it every day. Every single client that comes to me, they come to me because they don't have any time and they don't have any money. Well, guess what? If you don't have any time, you don't have any money, how are you going to hire somebody for a requisite salary that they, quote unquote, deserve to make? And if you don't have any time and don't have any money, how are you going to spend the time training them when you're in the treatment room 40 hours a week, digging into someone's lower back because that's the only way you can keep the lights on? And then you offer them a 30%, that you offer them 30% of all collections, not because you actually want to be generous, because you don't have enough money to pay them a salary. Because you can't guarantee them any money because you have no money. You can barely guarantee yourself money. Well, how are you going to do that? How do you change this? How do you change this? You decide who you want to be. Do you want to be a broke rehab chiro? It ain't the place for you. Listen to a different podcast because I ain't going to stand for that. That is not what we're going to do here. And guess what? If you make a lot of money doing this and you hate money so much, give it to charity. Or give it to me. I'll go invest it and I'll hire more rehab chiros. I'll acquire more for our program that can do this and build their practice. But if you make so much money in your practice that you think it's evil, give it away. Great. That's fine. That's fine. But don't be mad that no one will pay you because you don't have the business skills. Don't be mad that you're spending 2 hours making TikTok videos instead of learning how to market and sell. Don't be mad because you're scrolling on Instagram and you don't have any time when you need the time to go and learn how to build a business. Don't be mad when you're doing training programs for people on the side for 5 to 10 hours a week when you should be knocking on doors to go get people to pay you for the service that you went to school for that will pay a lot more money in the short term so that you have money to go and grow your business. I just think we have to ask the question. You should write it on a billboard. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? And listen up. If you're a new graduate, 6 to 12 months out, if you think it's going to get better over time, it ain't. It's not going to get better. I'm around a lot of chiros that have been doing this 20, 25 years, and it's the same shit, different year. You're not in business 20 years. You're in business one time, 20 years in a row. Time won't change it. You need to change it. But it starts with, guess what? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Once you decide, now take actions as if you were that person. I can't stress it enough. I don't care if you do it with me, if you do it with somebody else. But if you want to be a business owner and you want to run a business, you want to lead people, you have to take action to do that. This year coming up, 30 grand minimum I'm spending on learning and education. 30 grand. Why? Because that's who I want to be. If I'm going to ask people to invest in themselves in business education, learning business skills, it would be inauthentic for me to do anything different. That is $30,000. I could go to my house, could go to my family, I could buy a car with it. But guess what? Who do I want to be? That's who I want to be. That's who I see myself as. And I'm going to invest time, effort, energy appropriately. I'm going to get on about 12 planes this year with a baby on the way. Why? Because that's who I want to be. Who do you want to be? Look yourself in the mirror. Who do you want to be? If you decide you want to be that business owner, you want to grow something, you want to be special, you've got to do what other people aren't willing to do. So we get hundreds of listeners at this point. Hopefully one day it's thousands. So let's just say there's 500 people listening to this podcast. The reality of the situation is there's less than 10% of you that are going to hear this and actually do something about it. It's probably more like 1%. So 5 people are going to hear this and they're going to change. They're going to do something more than they're currently doing. And if that's you and you want to be that person, that's amazing. We're here to help you. And if you want to continue to be broke and miserable and do what you're doing and blame everybody else, blame your patients, blame the government, blame inflation, blame business, blame the president, blame the government, whatever you want to blame your state tax, whatever you want to blame. If you want to be that person, we're not for you. But if you want to be something more, if you want to be something better, if you want to be something different, if you want to be that 5%, that 1% of people to be successful, we're here for you. And my God, I can't tell you you're going to be rich from working with us, but we're going to make it freaking really hard for you to fail. We're going to make it really hard for you to fail. So to wrap up, write this down, put it on your forehead, put it on a piece of paper. Who do you want to be? Thank you so much for listening to this episode. And if you found this content valuable, here are 4 ways I can help you for free. 1, grab a copy of my free guide, the Rehab Chiropractor's Checklist. You can get that at go.drjustinrabinowitz.com/guide. That's go.drjustinrabinowitz.com/guide. 2, go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram at Justin Rabinowitz, where I post business content. 3, subscribe to my weekly newsletter by sending me an email at coaching@strivetomove.com. And 4, leave us a 5-star review so we can gain access to more influential people and bring those lessons back to you.